What's going on, guys? This is the Game Hunter channel with another episode of Clash Royale, and today I have a tactical advanced deck. This is not an easy one, fellas, so if you just start playing Clash Royale, probably it's not a good idea to try this. It's quite difficult to master. It requires a lot of practice and also a lot of timing. Okay, the timing has to be perfect in order to use these cards. The good thing about this deck is that only 2.9 elixir, and it's a good counter to many of the most popular decks in the game. That is interesting, right? One of the downsides that you really need to have the Ice Wizard, okay? So if you guys don't have this legendary card, I don't know if it's gonna work out. I don't know if I have another card that can replace the Ice Wizard in this deck. Probably not, because I really need the ice. I really need the ice to slow down troops. But before we start, I'm gonna give credit to my friend Aryx. He's a player who qualified to the second round of the first Clash Royale tournament in Finland. He's from Spain, and the reason I give credit to him is because I was using a deck 99% similar to this one. The only difference was that I was using arrows instead of fireball. So what happened is that Aryx he followed me on Twitter, and he posted a picture of this deck, and I was like, dude, that's the deck that I'm using. The only difference is the arrows, and you using fireball. All right, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try with fireball and see what happens. And you know what? It's been working quite okay in the Royal Arena. It's been quite successful, but again, it requires a lot of practice. So a lot of people can give up really easy in a deck like this. But once that you master, once that you learn how to use the cards and how to deploy them correctly, you can really annoy your opponent, fellas. All right. So without further introduction, let's go to the arena. So, before going into the Royal Arena, I'm gonna test the deck with one of my clanmates, Benja X, okay? That is something that I always recommend to all my friends. If you have a new deck, you wanna experiment, try it with your clanmates. Find if it's good, if it's not good, what card you can change, what card you can probably, or which deck is probably a good counter for yours. Try to learn how your decks work, okay? So that's why we're gonna go into an internal battle. This is a real battle, nothing is staged, so just to let you know. Let's get into this right away. Cannon in the middle, we go with the Ice Wizard from the right side, and see if we can do a little bit of damage. The reason I deploy the Ice Wizard first is because the Ice Wizard can actually resist some of the damage of the tower, right? So, I can easily deploy some skeletons from behind, and those skeletons are probably going to be capable to touch the crown tower, so we'll be able to do enough damage, at least some damage. Granular damage, fellas, little by little. We're not going for a big strike in here. We're just gonna try to grind and bother our opponent during the whole game. The other thing that is good about this deck, the cycle is really fast. You have cheap cards like a Britney Spears, you have the cards like the skeletons and the cannon, so you can rotate those cards extremely fast in the game. Now we're gonna start pushing just a little bit with Britney Spears from the right side. That bomb tower was just one square wrong. One square going to the right, and probably both Britney Spears will be done by now. Okay, let's see. Ben just go with Elixir Collector and just gonna hold my cannon in there and just waiting. That's the only thing. It's a tactical deck. It sounds like a defensive deck too. But like I said, once that you try decks like this, it's like hey, so I don't really have any big cards, but I can still bother my opponent big time. And it's not like I'm using like 1,000 defensive buildings, right? The only defensive building that I'm using is the cannon. It's the timing. You see? For example, Zap was perfect to stop the minion horde and the Hog Rider. Now we need to do something about the Prince. Prince is attacking from the left side. One more time, Zap. Zap is the most important card in this deck. Big time is so important. Poison is the other one, because Poison is gonna deliver most of the damage. Between Poison and the Goblin Barrel, that is where those are the strength of this deck. Right now we got the cannon, one more time countering the Hog Rider. The Prince is probably gonna get, it's gonna start targeting directly the tower, but we have Zap to slow down this dude and also cannon to defend ourselves. That bomb tower is a real big problem, but like I said, that's what we're using poison right now. And the fast rotation that I have, okay, the cycle that I have on my card allow me to have access to skeletons, Britney Spears, and cannons quite often. Zap one more time, fireball to finish those troops, and now cannon to distract the prince. Like I say, it's all about timing. It's not an easy deck, fellas, but it's really entertaining when you get to master a deck like this. One more time, Britney Spears, gonna try to defend myself. Zap one more time, perfect timing. Poison, I have to use poison. There is no other way. Otherwise, Britney Spears is gonna probably finish my tower. Another prince is coming. Cannon is waiting. Ice Wizard. That's why the Ice Wizard is so important, because I can slow down my opponent. The battle is in overtime. We're really disadvantaged right now. I'm not really sure how we're going to be able to come back from this one. But one more time, Cannon saved me at the last second against the Hog Rider. And Poison, let's keep doing some damage. Little by little, let's use a skeleton. Yes, skeleton to distract the prince. Such an easy and good strategy. And Ice Wizard is going to slow down also the prince. But at this point, my opponent is completely upset because it's so difficult. I mean, the only thing I'm doing is using such a small cards, cheap cards, except for the Ice Wizard, of course. And I'm bothering so much this deck, alright? Right now, 130 hit points left in the top right corner tower. And things are looking quite okay. I can still using the cannon to distract the prince and the Hog Rider in the perfect location right there. I can put the Ice Wizard to slow down the Hog Rider. Let's make sure it doesn't hit the tower. Perfect skeletons right there. Poison. And now I can finish everything with Fireball. See, it's all about timing. It's a really tactical game. It's really entertaining to see and actually understand what I'm doing. But it's not an easy deck to master. Let's go for another battle. Okay, now let's go. Royal Arena. Now it's for real. Let's test our deck. This is a tough one. I can see my opponent has a P.E.K.K.A, Elixir Collector, Rage. How can you stop Rage with a P.E.K.K.A? That's trouble, right? Especially my opponent has a Elixir Collector, because I know that something big is coming. Alright, let's put the cannon and hope for the best. I got all my cards ready, and the P.E.K.K.A is coming. This is trouble, fellas. This is trouble. It's all about timing. It's all about how to use the cards at the right time. Fireball, okay, exactly, right in the middle, so you can do damage to the Elixir Collector, to the tower, and the P.E.K.K.A. See, it's all about timing again. Now, what are we gonna do with this P.E.K.K.A? Woo! Look at this! Now we have the we have the Three Musketeers. Poison. How important is poison on defense? Now we're gonna use poison, skeletons, Ice Wizard, and in 2 seconds we were able to stop that attack. That attack was a killer. It's a home run. Okay, usually, most of the time, if somebody attacks you with a P.E.K.K.A and the Three Musketeers, chances are that at least one of the towers is going to go down. Probably both, but at least one of the towers. In this case, we were able to survive that attack. I don't know how, but we were capable to do it. Now, yeah, we're going to receive a little bit of damage. That's fine. That tower is almost down. I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned what I'm going to do next. I have only spells on my hat. Now I have the Ice Wizard. I got Fireball. I have also Poison and also Zap. Let's use Fireball right in the middle. Let's do damage to Elixir Collector and to the tower. Now Poison. See, I need to play around with this card because this is the way that I have to win the battle. Let's go with Britney Spears and with some skeletons. Let's do a little bit of damage to that tower. Hopefully going to do enough. Now that I know that he already deployed the P.E.K.K.A, probably he doesn't have enough units right now, right? Sorry, he doesn't have enough elixir to deploy more units. So by the time the P.E.K.K.A is close to my base, I don't think he have enough to deploy more than the bomber. Now it has the Three Musketeers. Musketeer and Rage one more time, and we were able to stop it again with Poison and Fireball. Nice, nice, nice combo. Here comes the the archers. Let's see if we can survive this. Hopefully, yes. Yes, Britney Spears and the Ice Wizard are going to start pushing from the left side. Let's use the Goblin Barrel because that's the whole idea. Oh, okay. Goblin Barrel went down. But this is one of the things that I was telling you. The Ice Wizard is quite strong. The Ice Wizard actually can survive direct confrontation against a tower. Three Musketeers coming with Rage. Cannon in one side. Zap. It's also providing me some support. Ice Wizard in the middle, stopping the last of the Musketeer. Skeletons also helping me, and we were able to win this battle. Super tactical. I mean, we were so close to lose. One of the towers only has 100 hit points, the other 300. But just to placing the cards at the correct time, that actually gave us the edge, and we were able to come up with a victory. Let's go for the last battle of this episode. Here we go to the Royal Arena one more time to try our tactical deck. Really difficult. One more time, credit to my friend Aryx for posting this. Like I say, we have a really similar idea, but just changing the arrow for the firewall is a big difference for me. So that's why I decided to give credit to my friend. Okay, now we're gonna start attacking right away with poison, fireball. That's what we're doing. It's mostly like a spell deck. Okay, here comes the first prince, and probably it's gonna be a Prince Dark Prince combo, which is always so difficult to stop. What are we gonna do? Cannon in the middle. Okay, sap. Okay, between skeletons, cannon, Britney Spears, and the tower, we were able to stop this attack, which at the beginning looks extremely complicated. We got a Prince, Dark Prince, Britney Spears attacking me, and we use cannon and the skeleton. That's the only thing we lost. Not bad at all. I like that trade in Elixir. Let's put the Goblin Barrel in the back. That's the whole idea, the Goblin Barrel. Look at this, we get some damage. Now my opponent is gonna think twice before using cards like the Fireball, for example, right? Because now you need to prepare yourself to defend the base. Let's use the cannon with some skeleton to stop the Musketeer. We definitely need to stop the Musketeer right away. The Musketeer is way too powerful. And one more time, let's go with little damage. That's what we're looking for. Remember, little damage. That's why we had the Fireball and we had the Poison to take care of the rest. We can do some damage with the Britney Spears and the Ice Wizard. That's all we need. The rest is Goblin, Fireball, and Poison. Let's start using Poison, and the idea is to use Poison the most efficiently possible, right? In this case, I was waiting for the Musketeer to get there. Now we got Poison, doing some damage to the tower, and the Musketeer went down in 2 seconds. We didn't receive not even one shot from that unit. Fireball, doing some extra damage, 1 minute to go, and that tower is under control. Yes, that tower is completely under control. We can use Poison in there and take care of business. Let's see what we're gonna do. One more time, Prince and Dark Prince are charging. Let's put the cannon in the middle. And one more time, it's all about being tactical and precise. Sap, Poison, and look at all the damage that all those units are getting. Really? It's a combination between Prince, Dark Prince, Mini P.E.K.K.A, and minions. And between Poison and Sap, we were capable to stop that attack, which of course was super difficult. Here we go, one more time, Prince, Dark Prince, Britney Spears, and minions. One more time, we're gonna try to do our miracle with cannon, Britney Spears, and the tower. And so far, we were really successful. Only the minions survived. Like I mentioned before, it's not an easy deck. It's a really entertaining deck, right? Because it requires a lot of skills. But once that you master that, once that you learn how to use those cards, how to complement each other the perfect way, trust me, you're gonna have so much fun, It really makes the game a lot more entertaining. Fellas, this is the Game Hunter. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Clash Royale. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.